The boy deliberately stuck stickers on his father's poster and knocked it over. Staff members noticed this and hurried over to stop him. Scared, the boy turned and ran away, only to be cornered by 5 staff members. As more strangers gathered around, the autistic boy couldn't help screaming. He shouted and rushed out of the crowd, and just as he was about to crash into the luggage cart, a woman rushed over and hugged him quickly. She hurried to ask if the boy was hurt, but the boy screamed again when he saw the crowd around him. This woman was a specialist in child psychology, and she soon found the boy's abnormality. She immediately hugged the boy and comforted him gently, and the little boy calmed down gradually. Subsequently, the woman gave him her handkerchief and a pumpkin doll. At this time, the CEO's secretary hurried over, and the woman felt relieved and turned to leave only after she learned that he was someone the boy knew. The CEO had no idea what had happened to his son that day. That night, he found his son clutching a germ-covered handkerchief tightly, so he threw it into the laundry basket without hesitation. But after the nanny washed the handkerchief, the son immediately flew into a frenzy. It was as if he had lost something important. The nanny was very confused. Hearing the noise, the man walked over and asked his son what was wrong. The little boy pointed at the handkerchief in the basin. The man picked up the handkerchief and gave it to him. The boy immediately smelled the handkerchief, only to find that it smelled of nothing but laundry detergent. He angrily threw the handkerchief aside and rushed back to his room. The boy acted oddly because the handkerchief carried the woman's scent. She had saved him, and her smell brought him a sense of comfort. Yet the maid had washed the handkerchief clean. The next day, the man noticed his son woke up an hour later than usual. This made him feel something was wrong. He thought the boy had a fever, but the thermometer showed that his temperature was normal. Then he checked the boy's diet again, but still found nothing amiss. The man mistakenly thought that his son's autism had worsened, so he immediately called his secretary and told her to take the boy to the children's hospital. When the boy was sent to the hospital, he screamed in fear. At the same time, the woman had just arrived at the hospital to start her work. When she heard the boy's scream, she walked into the room curiously to check what was going on, and she found that he was the little boy she had saved the previous day. The woman stepped forward and greeted the boy. She noticed that the boy did not like playing with car toys, so she invited him to go to another room to play with her, and the boy, who usually never interacted with strangers, accepted her invitation. The man's secretary was shocked instantly. After arriving at the other room, the woman took out 2 lollipops. She communicated with the boy gently, hoping to learn about his condition. The man got a message from his secretary and rushed to the hospital at once. He pushed the woman aside and checked if the boy was hurt. The woman was upset by his rude manner. He ignored her completely and took the boy's hand to leave. The boy refused to go and pulled out a friendship card, hoping to be friends with the woman. The man snatched the card angrily, for he had never received such a card himself. Outside the ward, he asked why the boy liked the woman. The boy held up the handkerchief given by her and said it smelled like his mother. The girl clearly knew that the man was playing with her feelings, yet she still accepted his confession. When her rival saw this, she secretly felt pleased. It was because the girl got excellent grades and ranked first in every exam. This made her rival, who always came second, extremely unwilling. She often gathered friends to bully the girl and warned her not to get top marks again. But the girl completely ignored her warning and even mocked her, saying she would still rank first next time. The rival became even more furious. In order to ruin the girl, she even instructed her boyfriend to get close to her and deceive her emotionally. The girl overheard the whole conspiracy. She treated the scheme as a game and decided to play along with them. Soon, the man carried out his plan. He deliberately hit the girl with a basketball. Then he pretended to care and asked whether she was hurt. The girl knew it had not been an accident, so she lied and said her leg had been injured, asking him to take her to the infirmary. After that day, the man kept running into her on purpose and took good care of her. The girl calmly enjoyed his kindness, for he had an attractive appearance. One day, when the man felt the timing was right, he officially confessed his feelings to her. The girl agreed to date him because she had decided to cooperate and act out the game with them. After they started dating, the man took her to internet cafes to play games. He noticed the girl still studied hard even in the noisy cafe. The man angrily threw away her test papers and encouraged her to waste her studies away with him. The girl nodded in agreement, but she proposed one condition. She did not want to be the one losing out, so she demanded that the man kiss her. Seeing his hesitation, the girl turned around to leave. The man quickly reached out and pulled her back. Later, the teacher announced the latest exam results. The girl's rival claimed the first place this time. The head teacher walked up to the girl and blamed her poor grades caused by frequent absences. Classmates whispered that the man had led the girl astray. The rival was extremely satisfied with the outcome because she believed her scheme had succeeded. But in reality, the girl had intentionally scored poorly. She was about to use the man to take revenge on her rival. After school, she invited the man to celebrate her birthday together. Her plan was to make him fall in love and stir up the rival's anxiety. After staying together day after day, the man gradually forgot his original girlfriend. He truly fell in love with the girl. The rival sensed the subtle change between the two. She originally wanted to warn the girl to stay away from the man, but she was also afraid that the girl would surpass her in the next exam once again, so she could only turn around and walk away. One day, while the girl was absent, the rival wanted to take the opportunity to grow closer to the man. However, the man subconsciously avoided her advances, because previously, whenever he got close to other girls, the girl would focus entirely on studying. Gradually, he began to resist contact with other girls. The rival flew into anger and questioned if he had really fallen for the girl. He snapped back, "Don't forget how you got your first place ranking. You have no right to question me now." The rival felt heartbroken by his cold attitude. The girl was very satisfied as she watched their relationship slowly fall apart. Her revenge had only just begun.